Welcome to day 24 of the vlog. This morning started with toast in a fry pan because there's no toaster here. And then we went for a walk through Kraków to find some lunch for later on and our bus stop to head to Auschwitz and Birkenau. Here we are in the back of the bus. And here we are playing with the fluffy snow while we waited to go in. The other side, it was about a 90-minute drive from the city. So this is the start of our guided tour through Auschwitz 1. We were with a group of about 15 or 18 people and had a lovely guide who was really helpful and talked us through everything that we were seeing in a really sensitive way. This is the really famous gate to the camp, which means work will set you free in English, but obviously that's the German. And the prisoners would have all been walking through that every single day. As you can see, a lot of the original buildings are still intact in Auschwitz 1. And inside some of them they had different little exhibitions. This one is a model of one of the gas chambers that was burned by the soldiers at the end of the war. And here we are walking through the compound. We did see a lot of the belongings of the victims, which was really confronting to see. And this is washrooms and some of the bunk rooms in Auschwitz, and this is a wall with lots of photos of different prisoners. This one is the killing wall, pretty much, where they murdered people, and this is the courtyard where that wall is. And this is the kitchen building, and outside the kitchen building is pretty much gallows where people were publicly hanged for all sorts of reasons. And then at the end of our time at Auschwitz 1, we went inside the only remaining gas chamber that's still intact, which was very confronting. Here we are eating a quick lunch before we drove about 3 k's down the road to the Birkenau camp, which is also Auschwitz 2. There were some wooden barracks left, but not a huge amount, but the brick ones were, and we got to look inside them. They were in pretty original condition. So the brick section was a women's camp for most of the war, and you can see here most of the wooden barracks which made up the other sections of the camp were dismantled by either the Nazis or by the Soviets when they came and liberated things, or the Polish people when they returned after the war. This here is us walking down the ramp where a lot of the Jewish people would have walked after getting off the trains, and we can see here the ruins of one of the gas chambers that the Nazi soldiers burnt before the war ended. And here we are in the bus on the way back to Kraków. After we got back, we went for a little bit of a walk. We did get to see the castle here in the night time, and we went out for dinner. Here Edwin is being a little bit silly, so that was a bit of fun. And then we went to a Polish place for dinner. We had beetroot soup, some pierogies, and then we had like a pork stew with bread or potato pancakes, and Tom had a mushroom stew. It was all really, really yummy, and we had some little salads to share as well.